J.T. Crowley is Talking Books. On this show, you'll hear from emerging talent and seasoned veterans from around the world. They'll give you their take on the writing process and how to create the secret sauce of page-turning deliciousness. Let's get into that magical mixture of the art and science of creativity. Here's J.T. Crowley, author of The Smart Kids, and your podcast host.
Hello, I'm J.T. Crowley, the host of Talking Books, and on the show today is Teresa Rowland, the author of the children's book Blusher's First Christmas, wonderfully illustrated by John Dunn. The book is aimed at 4 to 8-year-olds and is available in paperback and ebook formats. Teresa, who likes to be known as Trish, so we'll call her Trish, everybody, comes from the Sydney area in Australia. She's been married to Walford for more years than she cares to count. She has 2 children, Barbara and Mark, who would probably take issue with me being referred to as kids, considering they're married with their own children, 5 in total between them. And to that, you can also add 4 great-grandchildren to boot. She was born in Portsmouth in the United Kingdom and emigrated with Wal, her husband, to Australia in the late 1970s. Trish, come and join me on the show.
Hello, it's good to be here.
It's a great delight to talk to you at last and to talk to you about your book.
Good.
Trish, when did you first get an inkling to write? Now, I know family is important to you, so is that why you chose the children's genre, children's books to write about?
No, I've always liked making children happy, whether it's play acting or dressing up or, I just like children to be happy. And when I was 39, I got breast cancer and I decided I wanted to do something that I've always wanted to do, and that was write. So I did.
So that time of your life was a significant change for you, wasn't it?
It was a big change, yeah. Yeah.
When you get an inkling for a story, how long does it take you to bring that idea to fruition, Tricia, to the public's attention, to speak?
Well, the longest one took me was Blusher, but the easier one, which I've just done in a year, is My Little Elephant. So that was the quickest one I've ever done, yeah. Sometimes it takes a long time because I can get a beginning, I can get an end, but not the middle, or it goes the other way around. So it all depends on how quickly I can think of the ideas to put the book together.
So how long did Blusher take?
Oh, too many years to remember. One Christmas, it was like, everything on at Christmas time is horrible. There's nothing, I've watched everything. So I thought, I'm going to write a book. So I thought, okay. So I thought about it, and then I thought a reindeer. And I thought, girl reindeers. And then I thought, Blusher, Rudolph's daughter. So it sort of like went from there. And then I kept putting her aside, and she kept jumping in, saying, excuse me, I'm still here. When are you going to write me? And so one year I thought, get your act together. So I did.
So, I mean, when you write your books, I think you've already said this, yes. When you write your books, your characters are up here, aren't they? They walk around with you, don't they?
Oh, yeah. And the worst part is that more come in. When I go a walk or I see something I like, I look at it and think, that's a book. At the beginning, everything wanted to jump in to do a book. And it was like, okay, I'll leave that there. I'll put that there. This is the one I want to do.
You've got to sift out the wheat from the chaff, haven't you?
Yeah, but it's people or family or friends that help me to write the book. The last one I've just wrote is My Little Elephant. It's about my sister's granddaughter. So, and her little boy. So that came quick. Whereas Chunky came quick. But I try to get into different types, dragons, not tigers, dragons, and I've even done a boat one actually.
Have you? Mm.
Yes, it's called Arcus. So that one I like. And I've done dogs, ferrets. What's the other one that I've done? Oh, Christmas ones. I've done St. Nicholas Prayer, which is what I like as well. I love Christmas. I even did a sing-along. I did the music, would you believe? Yes. I didn't sing it. I got people to sing it for me. I didn't sing it. Nobody will ever buy it. So, so that one is...
Now, this is one multi-talented woman, everybody. Take notes.
But I had to go to a studio so that he could, and I was singing it for him, the tune that I wanted. So, yeah.
I mean, are you a structured writer? Once you've got, in your mind, the storyline there, are you structured? Do you do it at a certain time of the day? Do you allocate so much time? Or are you like me, ad hoc? Now, I think, before you answer that, I think you're ad hoc. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. Any time I could be in the shower and something to come, or just going to sleep and I have to get out quick so I can write it down because I'll forget it tomorrow. And whenever it takes me, I write, or I've got so many pieces of paper around. If somebody came in and looked at it, I'm sure they think I had a problem because they go, what's he writing here? Lucky my husband yes dear, okay. Not yes dear, but I say, well, spell this for me. And it's not even a word. And he spells it, or take a photo of that. Because I see something in a tree or on a carpet, on a log. I see faces and stuff like that. So I like that part of me as well. It's fun.
I thought you were ad hoc. And I thought, I'm going to throw this in, everybody. I was right. Yes.
I win.
Male intuition, everybody. Male intuition.
I think that's the way to be, though, isn't it? Because then you're more relaxed and everything.
It's more fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, these structured writers. Nah, go away.
Oh, no, I can't sit long enough to structure anything. It's just like, let's go do it now.
This book, Trish, Blusher's First Christmas, is very much about saving Christmas. Blusher, everybody, is a young reindeer, a female reindeer, with her wonderful rosy red cheeks. Mrs. Claus seeks her out because Santa is unable to deliver all the toys on Christmas Eve as he's hurt his leg. And Rudolf, due to his great age, has passed on to the reindeer haven in the sky. So, with the help of 8 other girl reindeers, Blusher and Mrs. Claus set about saving Christmas. Now, if Santa and Rudolph and the other male entourage could bring about Christmas in the past, then surely female power can equal the challenge. Where did you get the idea of the story from, Trish? And I detect there's a little bit of girl power going on here, being acted out, isn't there?
Well, there is, yeah, because most things are men. Men do this, men do that, but women can do that as well, And there was nothing to say there was a girl reindeers, with its sleighs or Mrs. Claus. And why not? Girls have the same power. Sometimes maybe we have more power. But
Yep.
I just thought, no, it's all going to be girls.
Did you enjoy writing the story?
I did. And I do love Blusher because she kept coming to me all the time. So, yeah, she's one of my favourites.
The storyline, yes, we know it's a Christmas one, but you've put a twist to it, haven't you? With some of the characters.
Yeah, well, Dumpy,
Tell
like
us.
Dumpy's just she's big for her age, but she has stumpy legs, and her face, like her mouth, always seems like it's smiling. But then she has these long ears that go to the ground, and she's forever falling over them, or the other reindeers are tying them around the fence. And because Blusher just loves everybody, and she talked to Dumpy, and Dumpy said, Blusher said, we're going to be the best of friends. And because Dumpy says, you want to be friends with me? Blusher says yes. So she starts to walk away, and she turns around and says, are you coming? And of course, Dumpy comes right behind her. And it's about this friendship and this fun that they get into.
They do have fun, don't they?
They do.
Especially when they go off to the woods.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, because, a boy reindeer just, edged them on. You're not going to go to the end of the woods. Oh, yes, we are. So they do.
That's a bit like, everybody, when your parents or your mother used to say to you, now, don't go down there. So what did you do as a kid?
You go down there.
You go down there, don't you?
That's right. Don't say don't.
Yeah.
That's what happened. A boy says to a girl, you can't do this. It's a red flag.
Oh, it is.
It is.
And that's what Blushes does. Mm.
They both did that.
Woods.
And they saw a beautiful rainbow.
They did.
And a lake.
They did. And we're not going to give the storyline away here, are we?
Oh, no. I just get so excited sometimes and then just keep on this. That's what people say.
Trish, it's so easy to give away the storyline of this wonderful book, with all the beautiful illustrations that enhance the storyline. And because the idea of, talking to you today on the podcast is not to give the storyline completely away, but to give people an idea, a glimpse, an inkling into the storyline and a bit about you. But when I read the book and I looked at the beautiful pictures, they're vivid, they're bright, they're beautifully drawn. There are two characters. I know Blusher is the main character, but there were two characters that really I took to heart. Dumpy and her ears, everyone, and Free Wind, the horse.
Yes.
How did you create those characters? Did you love, you've already said you loved Dumpy, but did you love bringing those characters to life as well as Blusher in the book?
I did because they're all a part of a family. Everybody in the village, is a family there, and everybody has a reason to be there. And like Dumpy, she's, got long ears, whatever else. Blusher's got her rosy red cheeks. Mrs. Bumble, I keep forgetting her name. The old reindeer, she's a cranky reindeer. Mum, Dad, it's the same as a human family. And things really are the same, That's the way I sort of look at it. But I just like children and people to smile, to laugh, have fun. And
I think the book does that very well. It really does.
My illustrator is beautiful. Yeah. He's an older gentleman and he's just beautiful. Yeah, Jack.
Yeah. He's John Dunn, by the way, everybody, but I think he's known by Jack, isn't he?
Yes, his name's John Dunn, but he likes a thing called Jack. Yeah. So.
Do you know what? I thought it was rather enchanting when you had the spirit of Rudolf, leading the old male reindeer like Dancer, Blitzen, Prancer, pulling the sleigh for the last time as they brought the sleigh to Blusher and the girls. This, for me, was a very clever way, I thought, of the older generation passing on the baton to the younger generation and female generation, who were, of course, the girls were the daughters of the old boys. Is there a message here to the kids? Is this the message of, the older generation passing on to the new? And girls can do just as much as boys.
Yeah. Don't, just because you're a girl, people assume you can't do anything. But the day and age that we live in now, we can do anything we set our mind to. Boys are stronger, yes. But girls can do multitasking of things. Boys can't. And not that I'm saying that, excuse me, but men say that. We can't multitask, but women can do 10 jobs at once and still know what's happening. But it's about being who you are, So you're a girl. Girls can do a lot of things.
Now, you said the word, boys are stronger. I'm going to disagree with you there because, what the word strong is, somebody can be physically strong and somebody can be mentally strong. And you tend to find that, yes, boys may be physically stronger, but girls can be mentally a lot stronger, can't they?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking muscle strong, not...
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's different types of strengths, everybody.
There is. And we're glad we got the fellas as well.
Absolutely. Got to get that bit in.
Yes. In case people out there think, she don't like that. Men are good. Wouldn't do without them.
No. For me, Enid Blyton was, as when I was a young child, I loved Enid Blyton's books. And who inspired you as a child, to read, and who inspires you today?
Black Beauty. I just loved Black Beauty. I just found, I don't know, a horse that does things, and it was a good read. And I wasn't a very big reader, but I would always read that, and that's what I liked about Black Beauty. Things happen to him, same as everybody else. Things happen to everybody in life, whether it's an animal or a person. It's life.
So who inspires you today? What authors inspire you? Not necessarily children's authors, but who inspires you? Who do you follow?
I don't really follow anybody. Isn't that bad? I just like to go in a shop and just read things that are in the shop, children's books, and I look at their characters and and I read them. So I suppose a whole range of books. I can go in and just pick up a book and think, wow, that's great. Or, okay, you need to do that one. And people would do the same with my book. Well, what did she do that for? Why didn't she do that? But
I am sorry to cut across you there. I love now is Philip Pullman's books. The Northern Lights series, the trilogy there. It's just absolutely fabulous. And of course, when I was a child, I even enjoyed, I have to say it, it was J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit. And the Lord of the Rings. It took me forever.
Anything like that I love, or mystery, or space. I love, Star Trek.
You're a Star Trek fan, were you?
I am.
Ooh, there you go, everybody.
Voyager now. So yeah.
And for me it was, so The Lord of the Rings. I just absolutely, loved it. Took me, as I said, forever. And of course it was filmed in New Zealand, wasn't it? Your neighbours.
It was.
Across the border there.
Yes. I wouldn't mind going in the little house and having a look. I thought that would be fun. I'm short enough to get in, so I'm all right.
Trish,
Yeah.
would you be kind enough to read for us Mrs. Claus's song? Because I thought this was wonderful, everybody. Have a listen.
Okay. I won't sing
Towards
it.
the end of the book, everybody.
Yeah. All right. It's called Oh Blusher, you light up the sky. The children will be happy because of you and I. Christmas bells will be ringing and the world will be singing. It's Christmas Eve, and Mrs. Claus and her reindeers are on their way. 'Tis the time to be jolly, eat all the sweets and kiss under the holly. Stacks of prezzies under the tree. Not all for me, not all for me. It's Christmas Eve, and Mrs. Claus and her reindeers are on their way. Sleigh bells ringing and children singing, for this is a holiday. And silently the snow falls down, giving this earth a whitened crown. Where snowmen can be found. It's Christmas Eve, and Mrs. Claus and her reindeers are on their way. So have a Merry Christmas, is all that I can say, and keep the firelights burning on this happy Christmas day. It's Christmas Eve, and Mrs. Claus and her reindeers are on their way.
There you go, everybody. I love the image on the towards, around that poem where you've got, the girl reindeers are talking to Mrs. Claus, we're running along now, along the runway here, but we're not taking off. And she says, keep trying. And of course, then the snow imps on their backs develop into wings and then off they go. I think it's just magical. And of course, you've got Blusher there leading them just like her father did, Rudolf, except for he had the red nose and she's got the red rosy cheeks.
That's right. Pass things down to your children.
Absolutely. This is an enchanting and endearing little book. So where can people, Trish, get your book, Where can they get
From Boboa. If you go onto Boboa's site and just say Teresa Rowland, Blusher's First Christmas, you can get one from them.
Can you get it from Amazon?
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think they're doing Amazon and stuff like that. So I think you can get it through majority Amazon. There's a couple of other places. I'm not really up on those. Also, I'll be having my webpage up and running, hopefully in the next 6 weeks, and that will be called Awesome Kids Books. So
I have put the link on there, so that at the introduction, everybody, so you can go on that, and you will be able to go on Trisha's webpage very shortly, and there will be a link to the books there as well. And yes, you can get them on Amazon, everybody.
Oh, no more than I do.
I've checked.
Yeah.
You enjoy writing books, don't you, for kids? This is your passion, isn't it?
Well, I think it's my Irish mother, sort of like, the Irish. But I think it's concocted things that I just like. I have this weird imagination. Even as a child, I would take my sister on a bomb site with a car, and that was a castle. So I had a good imagination. And I just like to bring them to books, even though some of them are really out there. But I like to, like The Fairy Who Lost Her Wings, in that they've got the Glockenmores and you've got the Mongoons, so there's different characters in there. And Chunky's all rat rooms per room. So if your son likes, per room, rat room, and, it's, so I make noises that children like.
These are the other books, everybody.
Oh, sorry. Yes. See, I go on.
There are other books, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's in the pipeline for Teresa Rowland? Trish, what's coming up? Where are you going with more books? What's happening?
Well, I've got self-publishing now. I'm publishing my Beaurain, the Mystical Dragon. So at the moment, that's just been put in book form. Then I'll self-publish him, and it's a dragon that's the colour of the rainbow. And I always try to put in my books that, yes, we're all different. So don't, like, Beaurain is the colour of a rainbow. The other dragons don't like him because they've never seen a rainbow dragon. So everybody's unsure of things. So I always like to put in that, yes, we're all different. We're not all the same. We don't, we're different, but we are the same. So I try to put that in, good vibes, and with children, don't do this, or like I've got one where a dog and a ferret are in the backyard and they're playing, but a stick is a wall, the leaves is a tunnel, and the dog kennel is a haunted house. And it's your imagination to stay in your backyard. Don't go outside. You're safe in your backyard. So I always try to make, like with Chunky, when you go on the road at 3 years old, you must obey by the road rules. So he doesn't, and he ends up in the mud and in a river.
Now you see, everybody, what a vivid imagination Trish has. There you go. I did that deliberately because I knew she'd come out with these bright, off the wall created characters, because having chatted to Trish over the last couple of weeks and got to know her a little bit, yes.
Yes, and I tend to jump and everything's so exciting.
I think she's a character in her own right. Maybe she should write a book about herself as a children's story.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. There comes the next story, because she just thought about that. Oh, what an idea that is. Yeah. Anyway, Teresa Rowland, thank you for coming on the show to introduce your endearing, magical book, Blush's First Christmas. A great and must read for 4 to 8 year olds, beautifully illustrated by John Dunn. Kids with vivid imaginations, just like the authors, you're going to love this book. So go and have a read of it, everybody. Thank you again, Teresa Rowland, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great. I'm JT Crowley. Thanks for listening, watching, wherever you are in the world. So until next time, stay safe.